Buildings reduced to rubble, shattered concrete, and streets covered in debris. This is the scene across parts of Gaza City after a new wave of Israeli airstrikes. The destruction comes as a fragile ceasefire, in place since October 10th, faces its most serious test yet. On Saturday, both Hamas and Israel traded accusations, each claiming the other had violated the terms of the truce.
We will shorten today's cabinet meeting so that we can attend the major event in memory of Miriam Fairberg and Netanya. Miriam was a trailblazing leader. She served as the mayor of Netanya for almost 30 years. It's something unbelievable, but it is believable because everyone who knew her knows her dedication, her deep enthusiasm, her energy, her initiative, and also her ability to face difficulties. I'm referring to the difficulties that were unfairly placed before her in a legal attack from which, to my delight, she was ultimately acquitted. But she faced it with courage, and she was also very committed, as I know, and as each of you can attest, because every conversation was, what can you do for Netanyahu? What can we do without her involvement? I don't remember a single conversation with her that didn't include. Not only did it always include it, but it was always guided by this approach. So with your permission, I would like to ask for a moment of trust and a quorum for the conversation. We continue to operate on several fronts at the same time. This weekend, it was about the escalation in Lebanon, and we will continue to do whatever is necessary to prevent Hezbollah from re-establishing its ability to threaten us. We are doing the same in the Gaza Strip. Since the ceasefire, Hamas has not stopped violating it, and we are acting accordingly. There have been several attempts by them to infiltrate our territory beyond the security fence, trying to harm our soldiers. We thwarted these attempts with great force, and we also responded and exacted a very heavy price. Many terrorists we eliminated, and also terrorists we killed, and the mines in Rafah. All the talk that we have to get approval for this from one party or another is just a complete lie. We operate independently of anyone. The immediate actions to thwart attacks are carried out by the IDF automatically. As for the responses, they go through the Minister of Defense and ultimately reach me. And we make decisions independently of any other party. And that's how it should be. Israel is responsible for its own security.
Gaza's health authorities say the Israeli Defense Forces carried out multiple attacks across the territory, killing at least 24 people and injuring 54 more, many in critical condition. In northern Gaza, an airstrike on a civilian vehicle reportedly killed 5 people in the afternoon. And in the Nuseirat refugee camp in the city of Deir al-Balah, 2 residential buildings were hit. Israel's military defended the operations, saying its forces were responding to gunfire from Hamas fighters, claiming militants had opened fire on troops stationed near the ceasefire line. The IDF also said that during a 24-hour operation in Rafah, in southern Gaza, it had killed or captured 17 militants attempting to flee through underground tunnels. Meanwhile, Hamas alleges Israeli forces have repeatedly launched airstrikes and artillery fire in eastern Gaza and have slowly pushed westward beyond the Yellow Line, boundary established under the truce agreement. Hamas called on international mediators to intervene immediately.
And a lot of progress has been made with respect to Gaza and just about everything else we touch. Just yesterday, the United Nations Security Council formally adopted my peace plan and officially endorsed the Board of Peace. This is a board like no other. It will have the heads of major countries, I think all of the major countries. I hope Your Highness will be on the board. You'll accept, I hope. But the Board of Peace will be something that's never even been thought of before. And it's covering Gaza, but it'll end up covering large portions of the world. And I was honored to be chosen the chair of that Board of Peace. And I think you'll see something that nobody's ever seen before in terms of the status of the board. There will never be a board like the board that we're going to be announcing. Everybody wants to be on the board, and it'll end up being quite a large board because it'll be the heads of every major country, and the United Nations passed it. I guess unanimously, you can say. China, which was against it, took a pass. didn't vote against it, and Russia, which was against it, didn't vote against it. So we appreciate it, because one negative vote and it doesn't happen. So people were shocked to see that it was approved, and that was a great honor. It's a great honor for me, I will tell you. I think it's something like nobody's ever even imagined. So it's called the Board of Peace, and watch for it, because it's going to do some fantastic things. And I know we're both deeply committed to an enduring ceasefire. It grows into the beautiful, lasting peace, and we've got things going at numbers and far ahead of schedule that nobody thought was possible.
We're in an election year. Elections will be held by the end of the year. We know that, and I assume it'll be at the end of the year. But during this election year, we're witnessing a wave of primary fever, both from within Likud and outside of it. And the topics being discussed constantly, there's a barrage of tweets like I've never seen before, mainly on security issues. I said I installed, and also issues related to our national security. I want to remind you that these matters are decided in coordination with the Prime Minister, who is responsible for them. Now I want to address two specific topics. The first topic is the supposed demilitarization of the part of Gaza that is under Hamas control. That will not happen. Even in the 20-point plan or in anything else, this area will be demilitarized and Hamas will be disarmed. Either it will happen the easy way or it will happen the hard way. That's what I said, and that's also what President Trump said. And regarding a Palestinian state, our opposition to a Palestinian state on any territory west of the Jordan remains. This opposition exists and is valid. It has not changed in the slightest. I have been fending off these attempts for decades, doing so both against external and internal pressures, so I don't need reinforcements or tweets. These are lectures from no one. Recently, we have witnessed two types of outbursts that we completely reject. One is the outburst against public officials, whoever they may be, and there was such violence against our colleague just yesterday, member of Knesset Benzi. This is a very small minority. It does not represent the ultra-Orthodox public. But we must fight these violations of the law with all our might, and that is what we will do. The second thing is also done by a minority that enters Judea and Samaria, and it does not represent the large community of settlers who are law-abiding and loyal to the state. Against them as well, these outbursts, both against IDF soldiers and against Palestinians, and again against IDF soldiers, we will act against this with all our strength because we are a state of law. A state of law acts according to the law.